TSA airport security rules just changed for summer 2026, and most travelers have no idea what is happening at the checkpoint right now. Facial comparison technology is now live and expanding at airports across the United States. CT scanners are changing what you have to remove from your carry-on bag, and the rules are different at every single airport. Touchless ID is now available at 65 airports, and there are 12 TSA security changes you need to know before you fly this summer. Number 1. Confirm.ID is TSA's last resort identity verification when you lack acceptable ID. The fee is $45 only in that situation. Use it if your wallet is lost, stolen, or you arrive without valid ID at a participating domestic checkpoint. It is not a shortcut when you already have acceptable ID. Who qualifies? Adult travelers whose identity can be verified through records. Minors with adults may be asked for proof of relationship. The $45 fee covers up to 10 calendar days from first use. Keep your boarding pass name exactly matching the reservation. Confirm.ID does not guarantee clearance or travel. Screening continues only if your identity is verified. If you lose your ID, arrive earlier, explain calmly, and show whatever you have. Photos of your ID, prescriptions, mail, or digital insurance cards to help verification. Expect extra questions with an officer. Payment methods vary by airport. Cards common, cash rare. Plan a few additional minutes. Available only at participating TSA checkpoints for domestic travel. It never replaces a passport for international flights. Best practice: carry a real ID license, passport card, or trusted traveler card. Treat Confirm.ID as a true last resort, not a plan. Number 2. Real ID is now fully enforced. Real ID is a state driver's license or ID that meets federal security standards. Most show a star. The placement varies by state. Who needs it? Adults flying U.S. domestic routes through TSA checkpoints. No more extensions. Arrive with a real ID or an accepted alternative. TSA began Real ID enforcement on May 7, 2025. No Real ID today? Show an alternative. A U.S. passport or passport card, a DHS Trusted Traveler Card, Global Entry, Nexus, or Sentry, a DoD ID with TSA eligibility, or a permanent resident card. Check your license before you leave. Look for the star but confirm details with your state DMV. Unsure? Carry your passport as backup. Temporary paper licenses without a real ID marking are usually not accepted. Do not assume they will work. Expired IDs will not fly. Biggest mistakes: name or birth date not matching the reservation, relying on a paper temporary, carrying an expired ID, or leaving your passport at home. Best move: bring a passport as backup and verify your real ID details with your DMV. Number 3. Touchless ID is a pre-check feature that checks your identity with a quick photo at the podium. No ID handoff. It simply confirms you are the traveler on the reservation. Who can use it? Active TSA PreCheck members flying a participating airline in a lane marked for touchless ID. If not eligible, the officer just does a normal ID check. No penalty. Requirements: your known traveler number is on the booking, and your name and date of birth exactly match your TSA profile and boarding pass. Some airlines ask you to opt in inside their app before you arrive, sometimes by confirming a recent selfie. Follow your airline's on-screen steps. Availability changes. About 65 airports offer it in 2026, but lanes can switch by airline, checkpoint, or time. Follow the pre-check and touchless signs. What it does not do: choose your screening. It only verifies identity. Always carry a physical ID in case the lane is closed or systems are offline. Not comfortable? Opt out at the podium. Say, "I prefer a manual ID check." The officer will verify your ID by hand, and you continue. Arrived expecting it but not eligible? Hand over your physical ID and boarding pass. Screening continues normally. Touchless ID is a convenience, not a requirement. Number 4. Facial comparison is a quick photo match that verifies you are the person on your ID, nothing more. At some podiums, a small camera faces you. You may lift a hat or briefly lower a mask so the photo is clear. The system compares a live photo to the picture on your ID to confirm identity. Is it mandatory? No. TSA participation is voluntary. Opt out anytime for a manual ID check. Say this before the camera takes a photo.
I would like to opt out of facial comparison, please.
Will opting out delay you? Usually not. An officer simply checks your physical ID. Keep it ready for a quick manual verify. Some boarding gates use airline or CBP systems. Procedures vary. Prefer manual? Present your physical ID and request a manual check. Number 5. Digital IDs are growing, but physical ID still matters. Digital IDs are secure. State-issued licenses stored in Apple Wallet, Google Wallet, or a state app. They work only at specific TSA checkpoints with participating airlines. Have your phone on, unlocked, and open to the ID screen. If the lane doesn't support it, you'll be asked for a physical card. Digital IDs do not replace a passport for international travel or identity checks outside TSA. Always bring your passport when flying abroad. Carry a physical backup. Real ID license, passport, passport card, or trusted traveler card. Dead battery, app outage, or a closed lane can stop you otherwise. Bottom line, use mobile ID when offered, but keep physical ID on top of your bag so you can hand it over instantly. Number 6. CT scanners create 3D images of bags. Because airports adopt them at different speeds, rules now vary by lane. Always read the signs at your lane. CT lanes 3D scan and often let items stay inside. Legacy lanes still need removals. Procedures can differ even within one airport. Some CT lanes allow laptops, small electronics, and allowed-size liquids to stay in your bag unless an officer instructs otherwise. But 3HAL11 still applies nationally. Oversized liquids can still get pulled. What triggers pulls? Dense food blocks like cheese, candles, powders, stacked or tangled electronics, and clutter that hides the view. Even side-by-side checkpoints may run different settings or staffing. Expect differences and follow officer instructions. Pack for both systems. Keep laptop and quart bag at the top, cables bundled, big metal outside layers. Don't bury electronics under jackets. Quick playbook, read lane signs, remove items only when told, and be ready to pivot if procedures differ from your last trip. Number 7. 3TO11 means containers up to 3.4 ounces or 100 milliliters, all fitting in one clear quart-size bag. Present it quickly when asked. Liquids include gels, creams, pastes, sprays, lotions, mascara, lip gloss, yogurt, and soft cheeses. CT lanes may allow them inside, but size limits still apply. Pack travel sizes and cap tightly. Keep the quart bag reachable to show or remove fast. Decant at home to avoid tosses. Solid sticks are usually fine, but liquid makeup, aerosol dry shampoo, toothpaste, and sunscreen count towards your 311 bag. Medical needs are exempt in reasonable quantities. Separate larger containers, label if possible, and tell the officer before screening. Duty-free liquids on connections often must be in sealed, tamper-evident bags with the receipt. Policies vary. Know your airline's rules. To avoid confiscation, put oversized liquids in checked bags. Keep the quart bag on top, and when unsure, ask before you place bins. Number 8. Power banks and spare lithium batteries must stay in your carry-on, never in checked bags, because they can overheat and start fires. Most spares up to 100 watt-hours are fine without airline approval. Check for the watt-hours label. If only milliamp hours is shown, confirm the watt-hours rating before packing. Batteries between 100 and 160 watt-hours usually need airline approval and may be limited in quantity. Check airline policy early. If your bag is gate-checked, remove power banks and spare cells first and carry them on board. Cover terminals with tape or use protective cases. Installed batteries and devices can go in checked luggage only if powered off and protected, per airline rules. Never fly with damaged or swollen batteries. Common mistakes: spares in checked bags, exposed terminals, exceeding watt-hours limits, loose cells in pockets, or packing vape devices in checked luggage. Number 13. What is banned in checked luggage? Know these before packing. Banned in checked bags. June 2026. power banks and spare lithium batteries, e-cigarettes and vapes, loose matches, lighter fluid, fuels and fuel canisters, fireworks and flares, bear spray and most defense sprays, self-heating meal heaters, oxygen cylinders unless airline-approved medical, most flammable aerosols, mercury thermometers without protective case, non-empty compressed gas canisters. When unsure, confirm with your airline before packing. Number 9. Powders aren't banned, but larger amounts can trigger extra screening. In carry-ons, containers over 12 ounces, 350 milliliters, may need to be separated and tested. Examples that often get pulled: protein powder, coffee, drink mixes, spices, baby powder, and cosmetic powders. If TSA pulls your bag, they may ask you to remove it, open it, place it in a separate bin, and allow swab or visual testing. If they cannot clear it, it may be refused. Souvenir or international powders are frequently checked. Expect pulls and be ready to show labels. To reduce delays, pack large powders in checked luggage, keep originals with labels, and place containers near the top of your bag. Avoid big unmarked containers buried at the bottom. Clear labels and easy access speed you through. Number 10. Medication is allowed. Packed clearly. It should move through smoothly. Pills are fine in carry-ons. Pill organizers are okay for U.S. domestic flights. Originals with labels help officers verify faster. Medically necessary liquids, gels, creams, and aerosols may exceed 3.4 ounces. Pack them separately and clearly declare any container over the limit. Bring a prescription or doctor's note for injectables, controlled substances, unusual quantities, or larger liquids. Ice packs and syringes are allowed after inspection. International trips can be stricter. Some common U.S. meds are restricted abroad. Check embassy or destination rules before you fly. Never place life-critical medication in checked bags. Keep it with you and easy to reach at screening. Declare what's needed. Keep labels visible, and you'll move through confidently and quickly. Number 11. The shoes off rule changed. Most travelers now keep shoes on, but inspections can still happen. TSA ended routine shoes off at U.S. domestic checkpoints in July 2025. In 2026, shoes usually stay on, even in pre-check. But bulky boots, thick soles, or metal shanks can alarm scanners. You may be asked to remove footwear if the scanner alarms, the shoes are bulky, there's heavy metal, or during random screening. Choose simple, low-metal footwear to reduce rescans. If asked to remove shoes, do it promptly and use the bins to keep the line moving. Bottom line, shoes usually stay on. Follow officer instructions and you'll move faster. Number 12. Pre-check speed screening. Shorter prep, usually faster. What it guarantees: in pre-check, lanes, shoes, belts, and light jackets usually stay on, and laptops plus 3-to-1-1 liquids can stay inside. What it does not guarantee: an open lane or the shortest wait. Staffing, construction, or low traffic can close or consolidate lanes. If a lane is closed, you may be rerouted, and sometimes the regular lane is faster. Follow signage and officer directions. Maximize benefits. Add your KTN, match name and birth date exactly, arrive a bit earlier, and target off-peak times or terminals with consistent pre-check. Bottom line, pre-check simplifies prep and usually speeds you up, but availability varies, so build buffer time. Flying in 2026 is smoother when you know what's changing and how to avoid the slowdowns others hit. Biggest trip-up mistakes now: assuming CT lanes and 311, packing spare lithium batteries in checked bags, relying on touchless or facial comparison when not required, traveling without a real ID or accepted alternative, mismatched name, date of birth, or missing KTN, burying large powders unlabeled, forgetting a physical ID backup for mobile IDs. Avoid these and checkpoints feel predictable. Hack 1. Screenshot your boarding pass and keep your ID on top of your bag. Hack 2. Pack the quart bag and laptop where you can grab them instantly. Hack 3. Cover battery terminals with tape or use cases and label big items. Hack 4. Verify your KTN is on the booking and your exact name match before leaving. Hack 5. Read lane signs, ask questions early, and pivot fast if procedures differ. Common mistake: Believing CT scanners end 3-1-1 everywhere, many lanes still require removals. Common mistake. Leaving spare lithium batteries in checked luggage, prohibited. Common mistake. Packing large unmarked powders deep in your bag, expect pulls. Common mistake. Trying mobile ID without a physical backup card. Common mistake. Booking with a name that does not match your ID or TSA profile. Thanks for watching to the end. You're checkpoint smart now. Subscribe for more TSA updates and smarter flying tips, and share the hack you'll use first.